Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for the weekend of Sunday, September 14th, 2025. This is for the lower 48 United States. We're going to be talking about the severe thunderstorm watches and warnings as well as the tornado watches and warnings that are in the lower 48 United States. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel for the latest weather news and weather data that's going on. Appreciate your support, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get right into it. This is for the weekend of September 14th, 2025 in the lower 48. We have two tornado warnings, both in North Dakota here, as you can see side by side here. And to take a wider view out here, you can see these tornadoes are rotating just south of Minot, North Dakota, about an hour south of Minot, southeast of Minot, North Dakota. And these are going to expiring in the next 20 minutes Central Daylight Time here. We have a cell here that's producing rotational velocity here between Drake and Butte, North Dakota here. They're moving very fast here at 31 knots. Hail greater than 1 inch is possible. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing tornado was located 8 miles south of Drake or 21 miles west of Harvey, North Dakota, moving north at 35 miles an hour. So this is for southeastern McHenry counties and northwestern Sheridan County. So if you're in these areas, go to the lowest room of your interior bathroom. Put the mini walls between you and the outside and the windows. Tornado could possibly be on the ground. Radar indicated rotation has been located there. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Balfour, North Dakota, Keefe, and Kruger Lake, North Dakota. Once again, if you're in those areas between Harvey and Drake, North Dakota, there is a tornado rotating on the ground right now, moving north at 35 miles an hour, and this tornado warning extends for the next 25 minutes Central Daylight Time here as it continues to move in that general north direction here from north to south. So there's also a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings here in the high plains states. Once again, we have severe thunderstorm warning in the general North Dakota area towards Cass and northwestern Richland counties. Once again, this is for hail spotted on the ground here for these cells here that are making their way towards the Fargo area. So we're coming along 29 there between I-29 between Fargo and let's say Abercrombie and Christine. Be very careful with the southern suburbs there. Kansas as well, you have hail and straight line winds down here with this cell in Sheridan County here impacting Hoxie along I-70 there. Hoxie, Kansas, 60 mile an hour wind gusts and $half size hail with this line of storms here, this QLCS quasi-linear convective system line extending here in central Kansas. As I zoom out here, you can see just crossing north of the freeway here, and as well as in Leon County, Kansas here. Once again, down by Emporia, Kansas, 1 inch hail. Straight line winds of 60 miles an hour is possible here along this slope of complex storms here. Now we have severe thunderstorm warnings in Texas as well. This is mostly for hail damage and 60 mile an hour winds toward Follett, Texas here. This is just to the south, just to the northeast of Lipscomb, Texas here, and some of the central Texas areas here, and also in Kansas as well here. So that's what we have as far as severe thunderstorm warnings here. Once again, you can see these all lining up here from north to south orientation here in Kansas, providing that lift in the atmosphere there. And these are storms that are firing riding the ridge of high pressure here, and they're going to make their way toward Grand Island, Nebraska in about an hour. Hastings, Lincoln, you can get in action about another 4 to 6 hours, and you can see these storms here in western Kansas out in the high plains here, just making their way there. So that's the most severe thunderstorm warnings have been. Severe thunderstorm warnings have been, but there's a flash flood warning for North Dakota. We want to bring that up for Emmons, Morton, and Sioux counties here. Emmons, Morton, just south of Bismarck, South Dakota. Flash flood warning extending for the next 3 hours here at Central Daylight Time from 5:20:32 Central Daylight Time. Flash flood warning remains in effect for 9 p.m. This is once again for western Emmons, southeastern Morton, and eastern Sioux counties. 2 to 6 inches of rain have fallen. An additional 2 inches of rainfall is expected here in the warning area. So you want to be careful in these areas here. If you're making your way here south, say in Cannonball, Fort Yates, South Dakota, just to the south of Bismarck, North Dakota here. So you want to be careful as these storms are moved mostly to the east here. So it looks like not too much, just a little leftover showers here. They're going to be making their way in the warning area here, but nothing too crazy. But we want to be careful because that additional rainfall can trigger flash floods, and that's why they've issued this flash flood watch in effect for that area there. As you can see storms here. Now if you zoom out here, we got most of these storms here in North Dakota and South Dakota are producing hail with the exception of those two tornadic thunderstorms here that's lasting for the next 25 minutes here. But Jamestown, Devils Lake, Fargo area here, you're getting in some of the action here. Elsewhere it's pretty clear out there as well, and everything else looks to be pretty good. So this is severe thunderstorm watches and warnings for September 14th, 2025 for the High Plains states. as well as the low plains states out in the Midwest here. And you can see the yellow boxes here, all along the central states here. And this is because we have this ridge of high pressure, and the storms are moving around the Omega block like that, and then the trough in the east. So beautiful conditions in the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, and the Southeast, as well as the Upper Midwest. But stormy conditions continue in the Upper Midwest, and also in the high plain states as well, as we got that Omega block pattern in effect for the lower 48. Beautiful conditions out west as well. Thank you for joining me on the Weather Guru podcast this evening on Sunday, September 14, 2025. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I appreciate your support. This is the Weather Guru signing off.